everybody, and thank you for being here this evening. Today, we are pleased to welcome Mrs. Asmaa. She is a very special presenter from Egypt. Mrs. Asmaa Hafez is an EFL senior teacher and teacher trainer. She is also an EFL adult instructor, and she is also an IELTS and TOEFL certified. And today, she will be sharing with us her expert opinion on incorporating global citizenship in our she will be speaking about how to bring the world into your classes and how to move your classes into life. With that, I ask that you give your full attention to Ms. Asmaa and help in welcoming her to the screen. Ms. Asmaa?
Okay, hello everyone. I am very happy to be here with you today, and I hope you like the topic of today, incorporating global citizenship within our classrooms. Firstly, I want to ask my participants to say in the chat box, hello from. I want to know your country, your governorate. I want to know hello from. And I want you to say if you have the opportunity to spend your vacation in another country, where would you like to go?
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
معك أبو أسماء.
Hello.
معك إبراهيم قاسم ومعهد عمر بن عبد العزيز.
Welcome, Mr.
الله يبارك فيك يا ست الكل.
Thank you. Hala from Giza Governorate. I'd like to travel to Japan. Wow, Amani. Wanna go to England? Wow. Mr. Saeed, Alex. Nice. Asmaa Abdel Mawgood, Asyut. Yes, nice. Iman Hassan, US. Yasser Tanta. Abdulrahman, Mecca. Turkey, Luxor. Lebanon, Luxor. Muhammad from Asyut. Welcome everybody. Amal from Sohag. Samiha, KFC, wanna go to Paris. Welcome. Rabab, wanna go to France. Aya, Mahalla, she's from Mahalla, would like to go. I didn't get it. Mr. Tiger, Sohag, and wants to go to France. Nice. Mona from Asyut. Welcome, Mona. Amal, she wants to go to Turkey. Asmaa Abdel Mawgood wants to go to France. Wow, what's a nice. Natasha, welcome. Welcome, Natasha. White Desert. Yes. Iman, Kafr Sheikh, welcome. Noura Saleh, Lebanon. You want to go Lebanon or you are from Lebanon? Ahmed Muhammad, England. Ahmed Su'i, hi. Who else? Samih Yusuf, welcome everyone. Hana, want to go to Dr. Hana, how are you? Want to go Spain, wow. Samih wants to go Giza, or he's from Giza. Asmaa Abdel Fattah, welcome everyone. I'm so happy and very proud of you. Now I want to introduce a simple video to give us just a summary or general idea about our topic today.
You could the song Asmaa.
Able to buy important shoes like Nike and Adidas. Your favorite coffee from Starbucks. McDonald's. Use Facebook and Instagram and even watch K-dramas. But there are disadvantages like exploitation of laborers, destruction of resources, and pollution. And that's the sad part. Globalization. When nation is
And by global citizenship. After watching the video, the qualities that a global person is expected to have a responsible member of a community. Thanks, Mr. Gharib. Iman, to know more and more about the world. Thanks. Azza, no sound okay? Hannah, to deal with each other as if we are in one community. Radwa, we do the same around the world. Sameh, to be one of the universe. Excellent. Shayma, no sound, I'll try to manage it. Mr. Tiger, to be part of the globe and belong to it. Excellent. Mr. Gharib, to belong to my homeland. Very nice. Mr. Said, to be aware of global issues and needs. Radwa, we live in the same small village. Iman, world is a small village. Excellent. Shireen, the world is a village. Amani, it's a matter of globalization. The world becomes a small village. Excellent. Of course, I go with you. Aya, Sabih, the world will be a good place. It has freedom and equality. Excellent. And unity. Excellent. Thank you all. As you say, globalization means understanding and global competency, communication, world culture, to share your culture and concepts with others and exchange your experiences, to have appropriate actions to improve your understanding and acceptance for others. Now, this is a simple definition for global citizenship, which nurtures personal respect and respect for others. It encourages individuals to think deeply and critically, to explore the world and protect our planet. It helps learners to grow more confident and skilled to evaluate the ethics and the impacts of their decision. To be responsible for your decision, not only have the ability to take the decision, but it should be a responsible decision, and you should be aware of how to bear the results and impacts of your decision. But the question now is, who is the globalized citizen? And I'm helping you, by the way. Who is the globalized citizen? Come on, I want you to go to the chat box and tell me more. Jihad, include a lesson on sustainable development. Mr. Gharib, respect you, your religion, color, and tongue. Excellent. Global citizen is someone who is aware of understanding others' wider world. Yes. Sameh, who is the one who accepts and respects others. Thank you, Sameh. Samiha, the one who respects diversity. Thank you. Dina, all people are the same, which means equality. Thank you, Dina. Muhammad, live anywhere and respect the differences. Yes, which means respect diversity. Hala, the one who can respect other ideas and attitudes. Thanks, Hala. Computer, the person who knows the cultures of others. Yes, well acknowledgeable. Asmaa Abdul Mawgood, understand, the one who understands the others from all over the world. Yes, and we are, as teachers of English, we should be globalized citizens, because English is the first formal language all over the world, as you know. So it's our role to be globalized citizens. Ritaj, I didn't get it. Go ahead. Okay, Nura tells us the global citizen is someone who is aware of understanding and the wider world concepts, and the one who respects difference with others, someone who knows about other cultures. Yes, thank you all for your definitions. The one who has good understanding for others, and he has a good understanding of human. Are we going to go? Okay, next slide. Here is simple definitions about the global citizen. He's the one who is aware of the wider world and has a sense of his own role as a world citizen, the one who respects and values diversity, the one who has an understanding of how the world works, and he's the one who participates in the community, the one who is willing to act to make the world more equitable and sustainable, and also the one who takes responsibility for his own actions. Okay? And now, I want you to tell me, what is the most critical issue that suffers and that annoys all nations around the world? Misunderstanding, overpopulation, nice, health and safety, violence, discrimination. Yes, all of these are critical issues. But all nations now suffer from, yes, peace is not an issue. We need peace. Discrimination, war and poverty, Corona, yes, excellent, Shaima, and Ritaj, excellent. This is what I actually mean. Corona, yes, COVID-19. Okay, now here is a simple task. I want, thank you all. I want you to welcome our guest speakers. Here is a task, but before we start our task, we will go, after listening to our guest speakers, we will go in breakout rooms, and you will be asked to define which country you would like to go to have a scholarship. If you consider yourself as a student, or if you want to work in another country, we have only 3 countries spokespersons, as the Ministry of Health of these countries will talk to us and tell us to what extent the pandemic circumstances are there, and you should take your decision. Will you continue? Will you go to travel and take your scholarship to work there, to migrate? I want to know your decision after listening to our guests. Okay? Now, are you ready, Dr. Hannah? Would you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Asmaa. How are you?
Hello, Dr. Hannah. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for everyone, Saeed and Ahmed and all the attendees.
Thank you so much. We'd like to, you will act with us as the Minister of the American Health, the American Ministry of Health. You will be the representative for the American Ministry of Health. So we wanted to ask you to tell us about if one of our citizens wants to travel to the US. How can you advise him?
Okay, so right now the status in the US is like stay at home as much as you can. I'm sure we welcome people to come to the US, of course, but there are some precautions that everyone have to think about. So, for example, we encourage people to stay at home, not to leave the house unnecessarily. We encourage people to wear masks, to have alcohol handy beside them all the time, to wash their hands all the time, not to touch any surfaces, and so on. So for your citizens coming from Egypt to the US, of course, they will have to travel by air, and in this case there are some regulations that the travelers will have to follow, starting from they will need to go to the airport 4 hours before the time of the flight. They have to be prepared to go through the gates, and a lot of not a test per se, but they will need to they will have to get their temperature at the entrance of the airport, and if anyone shows the symptoms of temperature or any of the COVID-19 symptoms, they will be denied from getting on the plane. So you will need to get to the airport pretty early. Make sure that you follow all the regulations, the regular regulations going to the US, like you don't take any food with you and so on. Also, on the plane, they will have to, sometimes the plane is too crowded and the social distance, the 6 feet will not be able to be maintained. So they will have to keep the masks on all the time. If they have connection flights going through another country with a transit of a few hours, they will have to make sure they have enough food. They have their masks as well. They have something handy for the stay in the transit. And then when they go, maybe they can take some food with them, but they will have to get rid of it before going to the US, because the US does not allow people to come into the country with any kind of food, specifically vegetables and seeds. These are not allowed in the US. While in the US, when you get there, life pretty much goes on, but you will have to maintain social distance. As we said, you will have to be wearing the mask all the time. You will have to maintain the social distance and try not to go out as much as you can unless it's necessary to go out. I guess
Thank you so
that's
much.
about it. Yeah, and definitely when you reach the US, you will be asked to isolate yourself for 14 days, especially that they will be coming from Egypt, and we still have a lot of cases here. So if you reach the US, it's self-isolation. You will not be put in a quarantine or anything. You will do your own quarantine wherever you will be staying. I guess that's about it.
Thank you so much for this detailed explanation. And I think my students can take their own decision concerning traveling to US, or you may choose to postpone to make it in another time later. It's up to you. Okay, now let's listen to Mr. Saeed, the Chinese Minister of Health. Welcome, Mr. Saeed. Mr. Saeed, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Asmaa.
Welcome. Would you
Okay.
please tell us about the pandemic case in China? If our students want to go to continue their scholarships, or if they gain a job opportunity, what can you advise them?
Okay. Well, the Chinese government wants to get the economy back on track. And it says that COVID-19 pandemic is virtually over. But experts fear that Beijing may be ignoring a still existing hazard. However, the situation has eased in China. The number of the new COVID-19 pandemic infections is decreasing right now. The lockdown measures have been gradually lifted. Leading politicians have appeared in public without wearing protective masks. The message was clear: we are back in business. It's high time for growth, for work. Train travels to Wuhan are soon to be up and running as well. So migrant workers who were with their families elsewhere when the lockdown was announced will be able to come back to their jobs again. China has introduced a national health code system which assists individuals according to basic health information and travel history. Don't lift your quarantine measures too fast. On the other hand, there is a warning that there could be a second wave of COVID-19 pandemic infection. So keep safe using face masks and sanitizers wherever you go. This is my advice to all people who want to visit China currently. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saeed. And I think my students, and if there are also Egyptian citizens or wherever they are, I think they can decide if they will come back to China or not. This is their own decision. And now let's welcome Dr. Heba. She will act as the Minister of UK, the British Minister of UK for Health. We want to tell us about the pandemic circumstances in the UK, because as you know, some of our students want to go and continue their studying.
Okay, I'd like to say that the UK government's new coronavirus campaign went wrong. And the reason for this, that's because during complex evolving health threats, that there will be differences, expert opinions, and that scientific understanding will change as new information becomes available. This is illustrated by the debate about the public use of face masks to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The global nature of the COVID-19 outbreak also means that people will be exposed to differences in national guidance that will also reflect the cultural, economic, and environmental variation. Also, it's important to remember that the level of compliance for a public safety campaign of this kind not only comes down to what people are willing to do, but what they are able to do. They may understand the risk of close personal contact and be willing to follow current government guidance on staying safe outside the home, but if they cannot access transport and safe working conditions, they will be unable to comply. When communicating the need to maintain social distancing as lockdown measures ease, the government must take capability and opportunity into consideration too. Effective communication campaigns must be based on recommendations that are equitable and actionable. This includes the profusion of structural support to make public compliance possible in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Heba. Thank you, all the speakers, but we still need to listen to the WHO, which means, as you know, World Health Organization. Let's welcome Dr. Natasha. Hello, Dr. Natasha. Dr. Natasha, are you there?
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is the guidance from the World Health Organization. The first thing is that everybody has to know that the coronavirus may never go away. So it may become something that we just have to live with and we have to manage it. Even if a vaccine is found, controlling the virus needs a huge, massive effort from people all around the world. And in addition to physical problems that people have had with this virus, there is a lot of, it's also causing a lot of mental ill health, and especially in countries where there is not much investment in mental health care. Our recommendation is that everyone should still stay at the highest alert, and there's a bit of debate on how deaths are counted in different countries. So let me just explain this really quickly. France and Germany have been including deaths in care homes in the headline news that they produce every day. But in many other countries, it's only the people who die in the hospitals who've been counted. So there are many factors that go into measuring how the virus has affected people in different countries. Also population, a whole range of health services, and many other factors such as levels of comorbidity of people who are affected. All these things make comparisons a little difficult. So obviously more research is needed and it will keep going on, and stay tuned to WHO to know the latest guidance. Meanwhile, keep washing your hands and keep social distancing
and keep that mask on. Thank you for listening to WHO.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your detailed clarification. Thank you, Dr. Hannah Sudan. Thank you, Mr. Saeed. Thank you, Ms. Heba. Thank you, Dr. Natasha. Thank you, everyone. Now, back to my students. Did you listen our guests? Yes, okay. So I want you to raise hands if you would like, or you can use the chat box to tell us if you have a scholarship or you are granted to go to any one of the 3 countries. What's your decision now after listening to the guest speaker for the country you want to go? Please, you can raise your hands. And Mr. Ahmed will unmute you.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. Okay, dear colleagues, if you want to speak, just unmute yourself.
Okay, hello Asmaa. Hello. Hello
Yes,
Asmaa, how are you?
yes, I'm listening. How are you? Yes, Iman, go on. Okay, until Iman comes back, we have Amira Osman. She wants to go to Saudi Arabia. Okay. Asmaa Abdulrahman, she wants to go to Britain. So I want you to tell me, what's your decision? Will you go? Will you keep going or working in these countries? What's your decision after listening to our guests?
Yes, hello Asmaa.
Yes, Miss Iman.
Hi, how are you Asmaa?
Welcome.
Yes, I want to go US, but I take some precautions before I go to US.
Yeah.
Such as I will bring enough of my medicine. I pack enough sanitizers and keep it easy to use. And in addition to, I bring my mask and I wear it everywhere. Also, I prepare some food, some water, because the restaurants and stores are closed. If I book in a room or accommodation in a hotel or in any place, I confirm that the room will be cleaned and disinfected continuously. Maybe after my trip, I will return back to my country.
Quickly.
Yes. I go to for 2 days or 3 days at least.
But I think this is vacation.
No, it's a journey for a work journey.
Yes.
Journey.
Yes, yes. Okay, got it.
It's not a
Oh,
holiday.
you may. Okay. We all need this holiday, by the way. You may need to duplicate the amount of your medical substances, everything you are going to take with you.
Yes, the medicines and the masks and sanitizer as well.
Yes, because as we heard that there is a shortage in these things. Thank you, Ms. Iman. Anyone else wants to share us his or her decision?
Thank you, Miss Asma. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Shaima says that you want to go anywhere. Dina says if necessary, I should follow the instructions. Doctor, very well. But tell me which country you are going to travel, Dina and Shaima. Taysir also says doctors after their protection, they are infected. In which country? But this is, as I think, this is a common. Sweden. Okay. Are there any raising hands? Okay, thank you all. Now let's move to talk about some of the most important activities which can promote this concept of global citizenship. Okay, are you ready to share with me? The first one here is helping hands. This activity, you will encourage your students to, firstly, they will draw their hand and and they can write their ideas about how can they help people around them. You can stimulate their thinking by telling them about general issues all over the world, like helping those who suffer from poverty, those who are shelterless. If they have ideas to help them, to support them, if they can donate something, some clothes, some food, anything they can write in this cutout, and they can write their names also. And after they write these ideas, they will stick their hands on the board. Then after they finish, we can ask some of them to come to the board and read what they have just written and tell us what they actually want to do. Okay? Another activity is what would you do if? This is a discussion card game. What would you do if? And you have to decide now who wants to share with me, and I want to hear you. Please raise your hands to unmute you.
If anyone wants to speak, they can just unmute themselves.
Okay. If you have the chance to go to one of the countries which suffer from earthquakes, what would you like to do? Or how can you help your friend, for example, in China or Japan or Far East countries? If there is a country has an earthquake, how can you help people in these places? If you follow a chance from the UN to go and offer your help. Ricardo, welcome Ricardo, our friend from the last session. To still remember you. Here in Mexico, we have a lot of earthquakes. Excellent. So please tell us about the instructions or the steps you follow to overcome this earthquake. We are used to it. We are always doing the drills, okay? You can unmute yourself, Ricardo. Tell us more about earthquakes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome, Ricardo.
Oh, thank you. Well, here in Mexico, it is very normal. Mexico, as well as some other countries, is very big, so not everywhere we have earthquakes.
Yeah. So, yes.
Yes, so in the parts that we are used to, for example, the city where I live, that it is Mexico City, the capital, we are very used to. We do a lot of drills every time. For example, at schools, we do at least 2 drills every month to be aware of the things that we have to do, because kids, they have to rehearse. They have to be in order, quiet, and to evacuate very peaceful but very fast.
Yeah.
But for us, it's now not very frightening, because as we do these drills very often, so the kids, they don't get scared. They are really prepared for the emergency time, and that is very important. So how do we help? Because obviously in some of our states, it is sometimes is devastated with the earthquakes. So what we do is, at the schools, we always do banks, right? Food banks or clothing banks. So the kids bring tuna cans or blankets or whatever, and then we collect all of this around our neighborhood as well. And then we go like an activity with them to deliver all these expenses to the people who need it.
Yes, got it. Thank you. This is you provided us creative solutions, and you have flexibility to deal with a crisis when you face. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge, and you have flexibility to face this challenge. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Asmaa.
Yes, welcome.
Yes, Miss Asmaa.
Yes, Samani. Yes, welcome.
Okay, we can launch a campaign in order to gather people around this problem and try to help other people. And they may provide money, provide help, provide everything all around the world. If this campaign takes place, this will help other people to organize other campaigns and try to provide their brothers and sisters with what they need. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your creative participation. Let's move to the second one. If you have an offer from the UN to teach in such an African country which suffer from poverty, and you will have a class like this, no more teaching aids, you and your pupils or students, the blackboard, the desks on land, no classes, no rooms. Will you accept this this offer, or what can you do? Or how can you help the pupils? Shaima, help them to build huts, okay, homes of straw, live in the period of earth. This is concerning earthquake. Nice, Shaima. What about the UN offer? Will you accept this offer to have a job as a teacher in this severe place? Hello? Just tell me if you would like to go somewhere like this.
Yes.
Really, it's a difficult decision. Why? It's a good chance to work outside classrooms. Yes.
Can I speak, Miss Asmaa?
Yes. Who's?
I will accept this job. I think a good teacher will cope with any circumstances. Anything he will make it suitable for his students. He will use the world around him, the environment around him to do a good job.
Yes, thank you. I think this is the role of our teachers. We are all teachers, and this is our role. We have a message to convey the knowledge all over the world, wherever we can go. We have a message and a clear message and a rule. This is human, to be human in the first grade. We can help the pupils or students, and especially those if they have poverty, it doesn't mean that they won't have the chance to have a good education. But I think they are in need more than anyone else. We need them to be more educated and well globalized. Maybe we can support them with other offers and give them more chances in the future. Shaima tells us also teaching with lack of facilities will be difficult. You can use your own creativity, Shaima. You can make use of everything around you. Mr. Ahmed, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I am mute. I have no problem with voice. Dania also says any teaching aids will help us, of course, but if you don't have, you can make them. Make everything you can do to give them the latest amount of knowledge, of information. Try to add something to them. Dalia, yes, of course. Shaima, use nature. Yes, I agree with you. Asmaa Abdelmawgood tells us we need teachers should be creative everywhere, anytime. I agree with you. Mr. Ahmed, we need to be able to work within limited resources. Yes. Ms. Gheda, we can create materials to teach. Actually, this is what I meant. Thank you all. Now let's move to the third case. This is NASA, okay? If you have the opportunity or an offer to go to work in NASA, what do you think the qualifications, the skills wanted to be one of NASA's team? Creativity, Aya. Skills like being creative, Amani, thank you.
Good health.
To be brave, yes. Teamwork, Marwa Sharaf, thank you. Taysir, was very nice, Taysir. Cooperative, yes, yes, Amani. NASA team, yes, but you should have the qualifications to work in this team. It's not the easy task to be one of this team. Multiple tasks or multiple skills. Yes, cooperation, Gheda.
Helpful.
Yes, helpful. To be smart, Galaxy. Imagineer, Iman. Thank you, Iman. Technological skills, yes, perfect, Amani. Ricardo, be enterprise. Yes, thank you. Imagination, yeah. iPhone start the end of others. Thank you. To build your, to start from where others stop. Thank you. iPhone to be a good researcher. Yes, Iman to be a good communicative person. Radwa, critical thinking. Yes, and you need analysis for everything. Marwa, critical thinking and emotional intelligence. Actually, I go with you. Dalia Mahmoud, learning intelligence. Okay. Aya Sabeh, to be physically suitable and have the perfect collective mentality. Excellent, Aya. Creativity, thank you all. I think we have many things, many skills, and we are going to talk about one for all. The third activity with us, one for all. Do you have an idea about this activity? One for all, which one is for all? Try to guess. Which one is for all? Yes, Karima, sorry, adventurous. Yes, sharing. Samar Riyadh. Thank you, Samar. Yes, Daria, to be cooperative. Now I want you to think, if we are talking about one for all, which one is for all? Thank you, Amani, to be creative. My question is, the title of the coming activity is one for all. Which one is for all? Leadership. Yes, this is concerning the previous question. Thanks, Iman. Mother. No, actually no. Some puzzles. It's a puzzle. One question for all the group. No. The global citizen should work within all and shares experiences. Something quite close to this meaning. A teacher for all students. Okay, good answer. But it's not the definite answer, by the way. Citizen and the community students from different culture backgrounds. Okay. Okay, now I'll tell you simply about
One citizen for all environments.
One citizen for all environment. We can make the other side. The environment for all citizens. Okay?
Okay.
So this is the idea of my activity, is to show them a bag of plastic coins and ask some of them to be in a group, and they will come one by one to take some coins. Of course, we have finite number of coins, but they don't care. The first one may take about 5 to 10 coins, and the second also one by one they will come and take coins. They are free to take coins, but I will tell them, please don't take more than 10 coins. Okay. After I finish the number of coins, there's still some students don't have any coins, and so they want to share with us. I will provide them some bars of chocolate or bags of chips, candies, whatever. If you want any one of these things, you can just pay 5 coins. Okay. Most of them, as I expect, they can come and buy. But after they buy these chips or candies, they won't go back to their desks. Actually, they will stand in line still in their place beside the board or somewhere else. If you want to return to your seat, you have to pay 3 coins. If you want to be back to your seat, you have to pay 3 coins. Those who have the 3 coins will come back easily, but those who don't have the coins will have a problem. They can ask others to support them, to give them help, to lend them extra coins. The goal of this activity is just we share the environment, we share the planet, we share the natural, renewable and the non-renewable resources. So we have to save them. We have to save these resources. Having enough amount of your resources doesn't mean it will last forever. Maybe one day you will need extra resources. You will need the support. Sometimes you may have a shortage, and also if you have more than you need, you have extra resources, you can give or donate those who don't have any other resources, those who suffer from poverty. Is it clear now?
Yes.
In which stage? I think this is good question. It is good in preparatory, in primary 5, primary 6 also. You can adapt the activity to your stage. I am convinced with this. You can adapt the activity to your class. Take the part you want to make use of, and you make it, you figure it to your class. Cohesion. Okay. It's really a brilliant idea. Thank you, Aya. Can you apply this activity? For me, I will try in the future. Okay.
Yes, it's very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Asma. It's creative. Maybe Muhammad. Thank you. It's very useful with young learners. Yes. To teach them to stand in line and discipline and respect others and help others. They can share or donate others. We can apply it easily. I think so. To teach them to cooperate, yes. I proudly agree with most of you. Another one is people on the move. People on the move. Do you expect any idea about this activity, people on the move? Of course, they will move. Our students will move in the class, but how and why? I'll try to do it as a project. Excellent, Aya. I will try. Excellent, Asmaa.
Yes, it will be so useful.
Yes. Who's speaking?
Amira Osman.
Welcome, Amira.
Yes, welcome.
Can you expect those people, how can they move and why?
Miss Asmaa,
Yes,
can I speak?
Yes, sure.
Okay, I think that there will be a background music, and each child or each learner will move when the music starts to play, in order to tell the other his colleague or his mate something you're asking about, or to do some tasks you are giving him, I think.
Yes, actually, thank you. That's what I meant. They will listen to some kind of music, and I will divide the floor into 4 squares, for example, and I will divide them also into groups, okay? And in a certain square, the student who will stand in this square, he will take something like a reward, maybe a bar of chocolate or a piece of sweet candy, whatever. And the other squares will have nothing, okay? And they will understand. If they keep going to this square, they will have something, they will have a gift. Until this square is crowded, there is no more space, I will give nothing also, okay? Then I will ask them to move again, and when they listen to the whistle, they will stop in another square or somewhere else, and this square is empty, and they will have also rewards, okay? Until this square will be crowded, I will give also nothing. Okay, this I will continue repeating this activity until they know that we can overcome overpopulation, okay, by migration. If you have a problem, if you don't have your opportunity for work, for education, you can go to another place. Maybe it's easier to live there. Of course, everything has advantages and disadvantages, but maybe if you try to go somewhere else, you may have a better chance to have good experience with another people, with another culture, another way of thinking. So you may acquire also good skills, good education, a good job. Okay, so migration is good. If you have the chance to try, why not? Of course, maybe not all of you agree with me, but some of us try, because we see our relatives or friends, many people we know can go and work in other countries. Reward after I ask him a question. No, I shouldn't ask a question. I just want them to stand on a certain square. Which square, if he stand on, we will take the reward. Okay? Thank you, Summer. We use many activities, classroom management, yes.
To be flexible and try to adapt to any environment.
Again, please.
To be flexible and try to adapt to live in any environment.
Yes, excellent, Amira. If you go to another place, you have to adapt to your character, your needs, your knowledge, everything to this new community.
Yes.
Okay, Radwa, thank you. Many self-autonomy, yes, exactly. Ahmad, you want to teach students the principles of the global community. Yes, I go with you. We should, Dalia says, we should be up to date and try everything new and useful. Thanks, Dalia. Mr. Ahmad, throw activities. Okay. This is to know the importance of traveling and communicating with others. Dalia, thank you. Okay, now let's move to what is going on. What are the most familiar globalizations? I'm helping you, by the way. Tell me, what are the most familiar global organizations? As we are talking about globalization, what are the global organizations? If you would like to have a job, pick one. Google, Microsoft, yes, LG, Adidas. Yes, Rehan, Google, Microsoft, Yasmin. Excellent, KFC, I want to eat. Yes, thank you, Amin. Dina, UNESCO, yes. We have many organizations for food, for technology, IT, cars, H&M, okay, Nokia.
WHO.
Yeah, wow. Amani also says HTC, okay. Apple, nice. Thanks, Semih. McDonald, Rehan, okay. Nice, Rehan. We need food. Yes, Asmaa, Microsoft, Dell, Iman, Dell also, IKEA, Sama Riyadh.
WHO.
Yes, Amira, got it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Raid Hikal, Gugestu. Okay. Shine, Reda. Okay. Hawaii, Raid Hikal. Okay. Thank you all. What are the needed skills to gain a globalized profession? If you have the chance to follow one of these organizations, what are the needed skills?
With language?
Yes, language. Excellent. What else? Communication skills and collaboration. Yes, thank you, Amani. Good English. Shireen. Yes, Iman, cooperation. Critical thinking, Amani. Yes, I go with you. Imagination, Ricardo. Yes. Initiative. Yes. Flexibility, soft skills, creativity, trustfulness, creativity, collaboration. Yes, we need to be flexible and creative. Good speaking. Excellent, Dalia. Ricardo. Happiness. But this is not a skill. This is an aim, by the way. We all hope to have the full meaning of happiness. A passport, of course, Mr. Ahmed. We want to go anywhere without passports. Flexibility, yes. Cooperation, good use of technology, yes. Excellent, Shayma. Asmaa also says that communication with others, yes. Mastering language, I agree with you. Hard skills, yes. We need both hard skills and soft skills.
Good knowledge of marketing and management?
Yes, excellent. Yes. Very nice. I should give you a bar of chocolate, Amira, by the way, for your participation, you and Shayma. Thank you. Show many and many of 21st century skills, yes. Listening carefully, yes, and respect others while listening to others, and respect their diversity. Okay, I may agree or disagree with their opinions, but anyway, I listen attentively and respect their own ideas. Iman says empathy. Yes, we need empathy while treating with others. Ahmed Muhammad says also, what is the difference between hard and soft skills? Okay, Ahmed, let me tell you simply the hard skills is the things we are need essentially to have a job. Okay, you need certain degree and certificates, and you need a certain degree of technology, of language, soft skills in your character, which means flexibility, which means communication, presentation skills also are needed. Patience, to be open-minded, all of these are soft skills, okay? Iman also tells us hard skills. I think I answered Iman. Yes, okay, Ahmed, communication skills. We know more. Awareness of others' cultures. Yes, Taysir. Respect of others and freedom. Soft skills refer to certain qualities. Yes. Soft skills refer to certain qualities. Okay, thank you all. And now let's move to know the needed skills. Making decision, yes. Communicating effectively. Working within a team, this is very much important. Well acknowledgeable, open-minded, self-confidence. This is very much important, okay? Why do we need to involve global citizenship skills in our education in the first and the 21st century? I need your answer.
all the world is like a small village.
Amira, please, I didn't get you well.
Now all the world is like a small village.
Yes, so we need all these skills to go here and there to be able to interact and communicate with each others. Excellent,
Also,
Amira.
Yes,
also,
thank
Go back
I
to
think,
the. Could we
yes,
go back to the same slide, to the previous slide?
Yes, who's speaking?
yes,
Radwa.
Okay, Radwa. Just a minute, please. I think this. Yes, this is what you meant?
Yes.
Yes. I'm hearing you.
yes, Miss Asma. Yes, Miss Asma.
Yes, Miss Amani?
Yes,
Yes,
thanks.
I
Thanks,
think
Miss
it,
Asma.
okay. Yes, I think that we should involve these skills into education, and our learners should be globalized citizens in order to compete and be able to share or be involved in other societies and be able to get other cultures and know how to live in our group has become a small village. Okay?
Yes. Excellent, Ms. Amani. We should encourage them to be more flexible, to communicate easily and effectively, to search more and more for more information, not only the information in the book, which means they will be more knowledgeable about the topic, certain topic, and we will vary our topics, our ideas, our creativity in activities. We can generate more ideas for them, and we can ask them to make more projects. Okay, so they will feel achievement, self-achievement. Okay, if they have this feeling, I'm sure they will be able to go and learn more and more. Can I go to the next slide? Again, the same slide. Do we need to involve global citizenship skills in our education in the 21st century? Do you think that? As Ms. Amani told us, we actually need these skills. They are very much important and essential in our everyday life, not only for globalization, not only to travel to another country, but it has become a must to deal with others. These skills are very much essential and required to feel content and success nowadays, especially if you know, for example, that your friends or people around you can use technology easily and you still have a problem with using the internet or technology, or you don't know, or you don't have the mobile connection, you may feel there's something wrong, okay? All these skills can't be developed without active learning strategies. Yes, so we need to involve these skills in activities and blend them with our content in our curriculum. Socially and culturally, they are very much needed, especially to communicate positively with others through social media, traveling, working with other nationalities and immigration. If you don't have or you don't know how to interact with people, how can you access or log in to post or comment or answer to your peers on social media, for example? Okay, because when you read something, you need to express your opinion, to say your opinion and express your culture also. You're not always receiving the ideas of others. I'm trying to reach to the chat room. It's essential to communicate with others. Yes, Shaima. Rihan, we need every student to accept to be a member of the team, not always a leader. Yes, this is a very good point. Excellent, Rihan. I broadly agree with you. And we also need this among us as teachers. We need this point in many of our daily life behaviors. We are not all always leaders. We need to be more flexible to accept others. Maybe my peer or my friend or my colleague's opinion is better than mine. So what's wrong? Doesn't mean I'm always on the wrong side. We have to be more flexible. Thanks, Amani. Taysir, I don't know what's the first word of a team. A member of a team, them cooperative. Yes. Okay. Economically through trade. You know, this is very much important to be aware of how to deal with others through using the internet, and to be a globalized citizen, to be able to trade, to buy or sell your products, to offer or show your products on the internet, on a website, and also to know how to pay for these products. Okay, so you have two things: you can buy, you can sell. Maybe you don't need to go somewhere to exchange your currency, your national currency. Maybe you can you have your own digital account. You can use your Visa. I think you know PayPal. You can use the units of PayPal to buy your products. And shortly I will tell you about PayPal. This is the same as Felix, you know, the Felix and other telecommunication systems. They use the same idea. You can buy also, and you can make many services. You can pay for your bills, by the way, using this service. Okay. Environmentally, through sharing one planet. Yes, we need to share our resources equally, okay? And we need to keep our planet safe from pollution, from violence. There is no need for these actions. I think we have to keep our environment clear and away from pollution. Politically, through sharing international relationships. Of course, we don't live alone, so we need to have good relationships with our neighbor countries and also around the world to be able to contact them easily. The active participatory methods of education for global citizenship helps in young people's sustainable development. You can't build a society without good citizens. Now it's obvious to know that both the international and the national visions of 2030's education aim to ensure the inclusive and equitable quality of education to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Is it clear? Matt, I'm going to end. Yes. How to promote? Yes, how to promote these skills in our classrooms? The first thing is to empower your students as leaders, not teachers. This is what Rihan, as I remember, said. Empower your students to be also participants and leaders, okay, to be more flexible. Another one is incorporate global stories into your curriculum to teach them about literature from different countries. Organize pen pals for your classes. Yes, they may have peer connection with their friends or their colleagues from different countries, and they can exchange experience on secure sites. Take field trip or virtual trip. I think nowadays virtual trips are attainable on the internet through Google, and on the last slide you will find this in my resources. Another one is you can organize International Week. Can you tell me if you want to try this idea? Organize International Week in your school. Okay, no more. Yes. What would be the benefits? The benefits of what? Okay, Dina asks how. Simply and shortly, if I have to manage this project, I can ask the students to be divided into groups all around the school. Many classes can participate. They can act as people from different countries, from Egypt, from Italy, wherever, and they can make such an activity which reflects the culture of this country, like a song, like a craft, like a story, or making a show, or portray something which reflected the culture of this country. Okay, tell us about more to appear about it appears to be good. Which one? The International Week. Okay, I think I got your questions. The International Week, you can ask your students to work in groups, and each class, for example, can make or act like Japanese, and make a show how, to what extent they are organized. They are they having the latest trends of technology. They are very knowledgeable in many different fields of life. I will go to the chat room. We did it in our American section. Thank you, Summer. Yes, okay. I'm trying, Mr. Said. Okay, I'll hurry. Teach culture through music. Okay. Use global teaching resources in delivering curriculum such as this site. And the latest one is make time for professional development. This is for myself firstly and for all of my colleagues. Okay, make time to have professional reflection and development. The latest one is this activity, and I think if you want to practice with me, I'll be happy. It's an honor for me. This is a video, but I want you not only to listen to the song. This is a familiar song, by the way, but it is a multilingual song, not only Egyptian or Arabic song. Okay, so I want you quickly to know or count how many nationalities and landmarks in this song. Okay, I'm sure you will have a lot of fun and you will enjoy it. Okay, these are the resources. This.
Miss Asma, please could you focus on the slide of the resources again?
Okay, I'll move to it again. This is an activity in such 2 minutes only, and I'll show you the resources. Is the voice clear now?
No.
No voice?
No.
No voice.
No.
Okay, I pause it, but I will try to raise it.
You can share the link of the song here, Miss Asma, in the chat box. You can share it's a link here on the chat box. We can watch it after the session.
Okay. There is no need to watch the movie because we are in a hurry. Okay.
Could you please, Miss Asma, let's move back to the slide of the resources, please.
Yes, okay. Immediately. Okay. These are the resources. And by the way, there is a link for a PDF. Mr. Said or Miss Iman, are you here?
Yes.
Please.
We'll share everything concerning the material and the video after the session is
Yes,
over.
but there is a PDF if you have the link for this. If not, please, you can contact our Facebook page.
And the PowerPoint as well will be uploaded to the platform page.
Of course.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Asma.
Welcome.
Okay, Miss Asma, please, if you can share the PDF and the link of the video now in the chat box. Could you type it in the chat box?
Okay, I'll try to share it.
The PDF file, what is about it?
Okay, just a minute. I'll make a try. Okay. Can you see this? This is my phone number. Hello?
Yes, Ms. Asma, go ahead.
Is it clear? I can send it on WhatsApp, okay?
Mhm. I guess you can share all the contact information with the page, Ms. Asma.
Okay, no problem, but this is a simple answer for you asking me for the resources.
Okay. Yes.
Miss Amani Ali.
And for all participants, don't worry about the material, the PDF and the PowerPoint and the video. All of them will be uploaded to the page very soon, inshallah.
Ms. Asma, the PDF file is about the session of today?
Yes.
Sure, sure.
And this is, I'm typing my email also.
Okay. So we can I email you to send me the PDF file?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much for your illuminating and very interesting session.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. This is my email. You can send me and I will resend the PDF or the presentation.
Okay, where is the email, please?
Asma, type it in the chat box, please.
I see nothing.
I've just typed it and sent it.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed.
Okay, where is it?
Okay, this is again.
Is it in the chat box?
Yes.
Yes, it's written in the chat box. It's available here. Okay.
Okay, please, could you write it again?
Okay, just a minute. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Thanks, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, Ms. Asma, it's clear.
Now?
Yes, it's clear. Okay, Ms. Asma, so we are ready to hear any questions from the participants.
Yes, welcome. Any questions? Thank you. You're welcome, Ms. Dr. Iman. Welcome. Welcome, Rehan. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Asma, I have a question, please.
Okay.
Yes, what kind of activities can we use as a teachers in the classroom to encourage students to read or to know more about the globalization?
There are many sites on the internet, but simply you can adapt any activity to ask them to Google, to read about something or a topic, and you can ask them if you are living in a different country. For example, if the topic is about food, you can ask them to tell you food or different meals from different countries and what each country is famous for. If your topic, for example, is about jobs, if you are going to travel to, for example, America or UA or China or UK, any country, which job, which profession would you like to work there? You can adopt any activity or your ideas to help them generate more opinions. Okay, you can ask them to make a report, to work in groups, to Google the internet, to collect data and work in group to write a report, and one can present this report, and this is through a journey of searching. They can also act an activity or role play or tell us about a song from a different culture.
Okay, so could you recommend for us websites?
Yes, this is in the resources.
So this is recommended websites which are mentioned in this slide.
When you go through these resources, you will find one of them, I think the latest one, and I think have many activities.
Okay, the latest one, which is population education.
Yes. And
Okay.
I can contact, if there's a problem, I can contact you on WhatsApp. This is my phone number, and I wrote my email, and I can give you more resources.
Okay, so everybody, do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Asmaa, for this fruitful session.
Most welcome.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Asmaa, for this session. Thank you for great session. You reintroduced a very important topic that has to do with helping students to understand how to become global citizens and be able to live and work anywhere in the world. And
my pleasure.
And update the knowledge of the world that we live in today. Thank you so much for this session.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
The pleasure is mine.
Yes. Thank you everybody for attending our session today with Ms. Asmaa. And we hope you join again, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Asmaa.
Thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Saeed. Thank you everyone who shared us his opinion, and thank you all participants or our guests. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Asmaa.
Thank you so much.